Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my manga haul for May. Usually I don't do these quite as often, but I've been buying lots of manga, and in fact, there's even more manga volumes to talk about in this video than I was expecting, so that should be fun if you like big hauls. This one is pretty big. But I've basically separated it out into new to me series or one-shots, and then at the end we'll do pre-orders. There are some in the middle of series that I have not collected before, but I went ahead and bought all the volumes that were available, so that should be fun, but let's go ahead and get started. Starting out strong, we have Her Frankenstein. This is a new horror manga, well, newly published in English. It's not a new horror manga. I think it came out in the 80s in Japan. But this is published by Living the Line, which is an indie manga publisher I hadn't heard of before. And I actually forgot that I pre-ordered this on their website, so I had actually gone ahead and pre-ordered it from Barnes & Noble as well during their pre-order sale. But anyway, when I received this, I went ahead and canceled that Barnes & Noble pre-order. This one was about a month ahead of the Barnes & Noble date, so that's cool. I also found out that this publisher is based in Minnesota, so that's fun. Anyway, this looks really fun. Definitely very excited for all these horror manga that are being released by indie publishers lately, like this new one and then Starfruit Books. I especially love reading these older horror manga because we don't see them very often in English. So any opportunity I have to collect them, I will go ahead and do so. I know this publisher is also working on another one about aliens, I think, so that one looks fun. Next, I have a bunch of volume 1s that I'm going to be reading in a try a volume video in the very near future, either my next video or the one after that. Haven't quite decided yet, but these are ones, some of them are a lot more popular than others, but all of them I wanted to give a try. So first one is Goku Rakugai. I didn't really know anything about this, and I still don't. But based on the things I've heard, this is one I'll probably like but not love, so I will read it and let you know. This one is Snowball Earth. I only bought this because it's got robots in it. So also, I think it's post-apocalyptic, which I enjoy, but I bought it for the robots. Then I have Segumi Project Volume 1. I don't really know anything about this except for it looks quite dark. I think it's complete at 7 volumes, but not all 7 volumes are out in English. That number might be incorrect. I'm not sure. Look at this. That's so cool. So I will like it for the art either way, but I will let you know what I think of it in that video. Then I have something very different. I have Tokyo Terroreba Girls. This is by the same author as Princess Jellyfish and Blank Canvas, both of which are series that I really enjoyed. They're very, very funny. I was a little bit wary to pick up this because I think it is a little bit more romance focused than those other two, even though Princess Jellyfish is kind of a rom-com. But I've enjoyed her other works so much that I wanted to go ahead and try this one as well. And then I have A Kingdom of Courts, and to be 100% honest, I only bought this one so I could have another volume to talk about in that video. But I have heard good things, and the art looks nice, so this should be interesting. And finally, I have definitely the most popular one on this list, and that is The Fable. I put off buying this for a very long time, or a month, I guess, but to me that felt like a long time. I really am not sure I'm going to like this because I've heard it's slice of life, but it also has that Yakuza crime thing. And I honestly don't really enjoy Yakuza stories that much, but I have heard very good things about this, and I figured I guess I should at least try the first volume, even though I put it off for a while. Alright, now I have some light novels, and I don't normally pick up light novels, but these ones I have very specific reasons for buying. The first one is called Your Forma. This is volume 1, and I also bought volume 2 because why not? But in my last try a volume video, when I was talking about My Name is Shingo, and I talked about how much I love stories about robots, I got a comment from Bean Queenie, and she said that this is a light novel series that explores the idea of robot sentience a lot. And that is literally all I needed to hear before I went ahead and bought at least these 2 volumes. I'm going to try to hold off and just read these 2 and then decide if I'm going to continue because I don't read light novels that much. I have a lot of issues with light novels, but again, it's about robots, so how could I resist? And then I have a big one, and this is Vampire Hunter D. Just the first one. I just bought the first one. This book is very big. I think it has 3 light novels in here. It's an omnibus. But yeah, I just bought this because it's about vampires. I actually found out that it takes place very far in the future. I've never watched the anime or really knew anything about this except for It's about a vampire hunter who I think is half vampire as well. But recently I've been reading quite a few vampire novels, and I watch Castlevania, so I guess I'm really in my vampire phase. So I wanted to try this, and yeah, I don't think I will include this in my try volume video because I don't know quite when I'm going to read it, but I did want to give it a try. Next I have some stuff that is new to me, but definitely not new. First of all is Dororo, or the Dororo Omnibus. This is by Osumi Tezuka, one of the few really very popular Osamu Tezuka works that I hadn't collected yet, just because this is so ugly. I've also watched a couple episodes of the anime, but that was years ago when it was coming out. So I have enjoyed these longer one-shots from Tezuka, so I do think I will like it. I just put off buying it for a while because it doesn't look very nice on the shelf, but that's okay. And then another series that I put off buying for a while, for different reasons, is Devil Ecstasy by Shuzo Oshimi. I got Volume 1 and Volume 2, so that is the complete series. I did put off this one for a long time, even though I have, I think, all the other Shuzo Oshimi works that are out, available physically in English. I think I was just put off by the covers, and I have not heard good things about the series, but I do like Shuzo Oshimi. Even if I don't like the things that happen in his series, he's very interesting to read from. He's got some weird things going on in his brain, so I like to read about that. This is also one of his earlier works, so I'm interested to see how his themes and storytelling have changed, if at all. Alright, now we're getting into the series that I bought all the volumes that were available, just on a whim, because I wanted to. So the first series, these volumes are very heavy, is X. This is by Clamp. I have Volume 2. Hi, you can see me. Volume 3. Volume 4. Or Omnibus 4. Omnibus 5. And Omnibus 6. So, as you can tell, I didn't get Volume 1. Volume 1 is out of stock / out of print. I don't know. These ones are, again, Viz Media ones that feel like they were just reprinted, but there's no updated reprinting information in the book, so I don't know when they were reprinted or if they were reprinted. I don't know. Volume 1 is nowhere to be found for less than $100, so I know I can just read it, like, it's on Kindle for like $10. So whenever I get to the series, I will go ahead and do that if Volume 1 still hasn't been reprinted. Yeah, so this series, I believe, is a sequel / spin-off / somehow related to Tokyo Babylon, which I'm collecting, but I have not read yet. And so I guess I'm just going to wait until Tokyo Babylon is finished in English, which will probably take another year, to read this series. But I have heard very interesting things about the series. I know it's technically unfinished, but the anime maybe finishes the story, I guess. I don't know, I've really been wanting to read more Clamp works, or any Clamp works, I guess, because I've only read the first volume of Tokyo Babylon, and I enjoyed it, and it was doing some interesting things with cities and society and stuff, even in this first volume. So I've heard interesting things about the series as well, and I definitely want to read it. So remember a couple videos ago when I was talking about a certain series, and I said that I was really enjoying it, but I don't think I was enjoying it enough to purchase the volumes? Yeah, apparently I lied to you, but more importantly, I lied to myself about that, because I definitely went ahead and bought Delicious in Dungeon. So I bought Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 5, Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 11. I really love that cover. Volume 12 and Volume 13. This is the newest volume. Volume 14, which is the final volume, should be out in July, so I have been trying to read this slowly. I've paused at Volume 9, but I'm really, really loving this series. World building, everything. I talked about it a couple videos ago. Loving it so much. So yeah, obviously I had to go and buy it myself, even though I was reading it from the library. What can I say? I really like to have physical copies of series that I really, really enjoy. Also, I guess I'll just show these real quick. I also got these little figures that, I think they're noodle stoppers, but they sit on the shelf like this. It's very cute. These are the only two characters that this company has made like this. If they make the other characters like this, then I will definitely buy those as well. But these are really cute. The other volumes that I didn't get are out of stock because everyone's buying the series because the anime is quite popular. But that's okay, I'm not in a rush. I have read those volumes, except for Volume 10, which I have out from the library right now. I'm kind of waiting to read it until we get closer to July when the final volume is released. but I will read it before I have to return it. So next I have one that was actually sent to me by Yen Press, or in this case, Eyes Press, Ize Press. Still don't know how to pronounce their title. But I was very surprised again to receive this. I have received one other volume from them that many other people received as well. That was the K-pop one. I can't remember the title of it. But this one is called Tied to You, Volume 1. It's very obviously a BL manhwa. I like that the artist's name is just What in capital letters. But this one seems to be like a Red String of Fate series thing. I don't know much about it. I don't know much about any manhwa, but I will be giving this one a try as well. Alright, now the rest of these are all pre-orders, series I've been collecting for a while. I've talked about all these series before in videos, sometimes for years, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through these very quickly. I have Blood on the Tracks, Volume 16. Fantastic volume. I can't wait to see how the series ends. Then I have My Girlfriend's Child, Volume 4, which was a very good volume as well. Steel of the Celestial Shadows. All of these I talked about in my last video, I think. That's Volume 2. Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen, Volume 3. And the regular Witch Hat Atelier series, Volume 12. This cover, like all the covers, is very, very nice. I have King in Limbo, Volume 2. Another really great cover. The final omnibus will be out in a couple months, and when that one is out, I will go ahead and finish reading the series. I really, really loved the first omnibus, and I really hope we get more josei manga like this that are not focused on romance at all. It's a very action-heavy series, mysterious plague, pandemic thing going on here, so definitely really love this one. Then I have Glitch, Volume 3. I've only read the first volume of this, but I enjoyed it. The next volume should also be the final volume. Then I have The Summer Hikaru Died, another one I talked about in my last video. This is Volume 3, and I'm just loving the series so much. Really great creepy atmosphere, and definitely fulfills my horror manga needs. Next I have one that actually scares me a lot more than Summer Hikaru Died, and that is Innocent, Omnibus 2. The first volume made me almost physically sick. My stomach hurt reading that volume. So I can't say I enjoyed it, but I was very, very impressed by it. So I am kind of in a weird way looking forward to this omnibus. I'll probably just wait until the next one is out, because that is, again, the final volume of this series. Then there's a sequel series. I don't know if we'll get that in English or not, and I'm not sure if that's a direct continuation of the storyline or what have you. I try not to look into things too much, but I am ready to experience more trauma from the series. Then I have the aforementioned Tokyo Babylon, Volume 3 of this. Don't Call It Mystery, Volume 7 and 8, or Omnibus 4. Medalist, Volume 2. I talked about these series as well in my last video. As well as Otto, Volume 2. Fantastic second volume. I'm really, really enjoying the series. If you like Akira, if you like action, if you like sci-fi, definitely try this one out. And on a completely different note, I have Kase-san and Yamada, Volume 3. I think this is, Kase-san and Book 8. My favorite Yuri manga, haven't read this volume yet, but when I need a pick-me-up, I'll go ahead and read this. And just a couple more volumes here. Next I have Chainsaw Man, Volume 15. Then I have everybody's favorite shoujo manga, Yona of the Dawn, Volume 41. I stopped reading at Volume 36, I think, and I'm kind of scared to get back into it because people have said some things about this current, where the plot is, where the story is. I don't like cliffhangers, and that makes me scared of the series. But eventually I will catch back up. I've managed to avoid spoilers so far, so that's good. Then just two more. These ones are hardcovers. I have Tokyo These Days, Volume 2. Can I just say that this cover is really cool? I read the first volume of this a couple months ago when it came out, and I really, really enjoyed it. Taiyo Matsumoto is doing something interesting, kind of meta with the series, and I'm enjoying it. And then lastly, these were in no particular order at all. I just grabbed volumes. Next is Parasite, Volume 6. Of the full color collection, obviously. This one, again, I'm waiting until all 8 volumes are out, and then I will binge read the whole series as I prefer to do. But that was it for this manga haul. If you've read anything in here, or you think there's something I should read before everything else, please leave those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!